Thank you. Thank you. Get my presentation up here. Being all fancy today and using the Chromecast. So let's see how this works. All right. There it is. Hi, everyone. So, who here has ever been in a relationship ever? Ever, in your entire lives? Show of hands. Everyone? Almost everyone? Good. Cool. So, you know, relationships, they take work. They can be great. You've got that honeymoon period at the beginning where everything is just sunshine and roses, and you get into the relationship and, you know, things may become a little more mundane, maybe a little boring. But, you know, if you love your significant other, you need to keep working at it and keep building the relationship over time. Our team, believe it or not, has over 40 years of marriage experience. That's just marriage. So we know what it takes to build relationships. And so we came up with this idea 2 years ago at Startup Weekend, Iowa City, something called Sexy Life. It was date night sent to couples to try to help build the relationship over time. For those times when you can't get out of the house and go and just have date night, out, dinner and a movie, whatever you do. We've done a little messing around with the idea, a little more perfecting, changed the name because turns out it's hard to present a thing called Sexy Life. So we decided to change the name to BondingBox. BondingBox is date night delivered at home to busy couples. We are a subscription service that either once a month, once every 3 months, we'll send you a box. It's got activities. Send it to people like this handsome family right here. Probably a little more handsome than myself, but whatever. These folks are busy. They've got small kids. They've got careers. They have reasons that there just isn't the time or the energy in the evening, you know, the 20 or 30 minutes you have between when the kids go to bed and when the couple wants to go to bed. There's just nothing to fill that time other than maybe, you know, a rerun on Netflix, or you sit there and you're playing Clash of Clans or Candy Crush or something on your phone and ignoring your partner, and that's not improving relationships. That's not helping anyone. So when we got into the idea here, we got some of our competitors' boxes, and I'll talk more about our competitors here in a minute or two. And what we were finding is that either the boxes were just kind of thrown together and not terribly fun, or they were just really boring or just kind of lame. These boxes, one of the boxes we got, for example, just had essentially a package of tube socks for $40 and some instructions that were just difficult to follow and just weren't fun for us. So what did we do? We've combined the experience of sharing food, sharing a meal, with games. And we came up with what we're calling Happy Meal for Adults. They are little self-contained activities, and each one of them takes between 20 and 30 minutes to do, so that little bit of time you have between when the kids go to bed and when the adults want to go to bed. Or if you're stuck inside on a rainy day in between a couple other activities, you've got these small shelf-stable activities that you can pull out anytime during the month. For example, one of our activities is cookie decorating. And we include the icing, we include some cookies, and we include a few little prompts. And the prompts on all of our activities have a sweet side and a spicy side. So depending on whether or not you are kind of a sweet sentimental couple, whether you're kind of a spicy racy pair, we've got an activity for you. So to test this, we sent this out to a few beta testers. We sent them our cookie decorating activity and another one of our activities, candy checkers, just to see what they do with it. And the responses we got back were awesome. So one of our beta test couples actually you can see the baby in the corner. They just had a baby a few months ago, and they had a great time and learned new things about each other. And that's what we're all about. We're trying to get couples to connect, to learn new things, because you can be married for 40 years and you'll still be learning new things about your significant other. At least you should be. So who are we targeting? There are two groups that we're looking at right now. There are over 16 million what we're calling millennial moms. These are folks that are already looking for subscription things. You may have heard of things like Blue Apron, Birchbox. They want activities and pre-made things just delivered to their door because they just don't have the time or energy to come up with these things. You know, even things like grocery shopping, it's just, it takes too much time for these folks. Oddly enough, as we were moving along in our research, we found that folks whose kids are heading off to college, so kids that aren't millennial moms yet, but maybe in 5 to 10 years here, their parents are now looking for things to do. So we've got 17 million empty nesters, and these numbers are just in the US. We're not even looking internationally yet. So like I said, we do have some competition in this area. And we found that the competition kind of focuses on 1 or 2 of 3 different areas. So playful activities involve doing something. So you go out for a bike ride, you go on a hike, you play a game of checkers together, that sort of thing. That, you know, millennial moms and their significant others may be getting on the classic Nintendo and doing that. Emotional activities involve actually finding out things about your significant other, talking, sharing a meal, that sort of thing. And then I don't really want to elaborate on the third area. You guys probably understand what that's all about. And we found that our competition's only really focusing on maybe 1. There are a few that are focusing on 2 ideas. We're looking for that sweet spot right in the middle where all 3 of the areas are covered. So how are we getting out to people? How are we telling people about this? We just launched our new website just a couple weeks ago with our subscription service. We also send out a monthly newsletter. We have social media presence. If you're looking for us on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, we're at Get BondingBox. And then coming to events like this, sharing what we've learned, sharing our ideas and our products with folks like you. And here it is. Here are the prices. You can get a subscription once a month. You can get one that comes every quarter, one that comes twice a year. Or if you just want to try it once or give it to a friend, we have that option as well. We have a few partnerships lined up. Where there's back in Iowa, in Cedar Rapids, there's a fulfillment company that kind of a very small scale version of Amazon. They will do basically anything between printing your materials to doing complete fulfillment service for you. So they're just waiting for us to give them the thumbs up and they'll start fulfilling our boxes. We're working with relationship counselors. We've actually been approached by a couple counselors in our area that are looking for something to kind of give as a graduation gift for their couples that are just coming out of their couples counseling sessions in order to get those couples talking to each other more. We're also working with local food suppliers. The cookies are kind of small right now in our test packages. We're working with a local cookie maker in Iowa to make a larger cookie that's also shelf stable. And then of course, other folks that are kind of in the relationship space. We do make money on this. Costs us about $19 to actually put the stuff in the box, and that includes shipping. And a couple slides back, we're selling for between $28 and $40. So we have some money coming in, believe it or not. We also have...
What do you attribute your low churn rate to?
What's that?
What do you attribute your low churn rate to?
That either couples really, really like us, or they're just too lazy to cancel the subscription. There could be both. Since we are relatively new, we haven't figured out which one it is yet, but we're hoping it's because they're too lazy to turn off the subscription, and it'll just keep going for our benefit. We also have 20 pre-orders, including our beta testers that would like to work with us in the future. So right now, we've just launched. We're just starting to build the business. In the future, we're looking to make as many connections as we can between now and June of 2018. So, like we said before, this is stop number 3 on my trip around the Midwest to give this presentation. So the more people I can connect with, the more people those people know, and the network just keeps building. Beyond that, in about a year, we're actually hoping to bring on our own fulfillment team and our own customer-client relationship team, so that one of the things we found with the other relationship boxes is that you buy the thing and then there's no follow-up. That doesn't really work for us. We want to have specific people in charge of following up with our clients to make sure not only the boxes are working for people, but also that couples are improving their relationships, that we're actually doing good and not doing harm. So we are BondingBox. We are a subscription service that brings date night home to busy couples. Thank you for letting me present, and head to our website, getbondingbox.com, sign up for our newsletter if you want to keep track of what we're doing. And if you order a subscription right now, you can get 10% off your first month with that discount code right there. So, thank you very much.
All right, let's give Bailey a round.